Welcome back to this week's vlog. It's now 12 weeks to go until Busselton. This week I had planned on doing my video all about my first run off the bike, so my long ride and then a run off the bike. It was the first time in this build that I was doing a run off the bike, so maybe that would be a good focus for this week. That didn't actually happen. So it's Sunday afternoon, I've come back from that ride. I didn't do the run and it wasn't the ride that I had planned to do. So some days you hit a little hiccup and it's just a small thing and it's okay, nothing major happens. It's like a little pimple in the road and you can move on. Other days you hit that same pimple and it's like a mountain and it just stops you in your tracks. And that's what happened today. So I went on my long ride and I was really enjoying it. So it was a 2.5 hour ride. I was out about an hour 10, so almost at the turnaround point. It was just an out and back and I had some efforts in there. I was almost at the turnaround point, around 30 Ks from home, and I turned the corner and started feeling a bit bumpy. I'm like, oh, this road's bad. Uh-oh. I have not had one of these for years. So I'm going to try and fix it and we'll see how we go. I've already messaged Tim just to give him a warning in case he needs to come and pick me up. But the back one's always a bit harder to change. I have not changed a tyre in probably 2, maybe 3 years. It's been a really long time. I don't remember the last time I got a flat. I remember where it was. It was in Townsville and I actually had to get an Uber back to, we were away, I had to get an Uber back to the caravan park because Tim was out paddling and I couldn't change the tyre. Well, I got,
you need me to come down?
Well, I got it off, so let's just...
So you got to run your finger on the inside of the tyre and see if there's any glass.
Yeah. Okay, I will do that. But it just took so long to get it out. Is it hard to get it back in?
You haven't had a puncture in so long.
Oh, in ages. So I was on the phone to Tim, calling him. He was going out with his friends who are visiting and he was planning on going out for breakfast with them. So he was kind of busy and he would have come down, but I was like, no, I can do this myself. I can do it. Okay, got the tube in. Now I don't know what's next. Let's see. I guess I have to push this back in. Now, I remember Tim saying these are really tight to get back in, so I think this is my next struggle. I'm not going to be strong enough, I think. It's going to be so tight. I just need someone to come past with some strength. Well, like it's not race day for me. So it's an out and back ride I'm doing today and I am just about at the turnaround point, so I'm the furthest part from home. Oh, I think I've almost got it. So, I think I might have done it. That feels a bit dodgy in there, but let's see. I'll just pump it up and get it back on the bike. It's taken me 20 minutes and got a bit dirty, but I think I might have done it. I may have actually changed the tyre and the back one too. I once used CO2 and then bent that, so I've gone off that idea of using CO2, but this doesn't seem to be pumping up. I think I missed a critical part here. There's a little nut on here that I was supposed to take off and I forgot, and now it's in here and I wasn't going to take it out again. So I rang him and he's like, you'll be fine to get home, and just leave it in there and I'll fix it when you get home. Last little step, I just need to get it back on here. I'm so dirty. Like, but I think I've done it. It's taken me so far 35 minutes, but I've changed the tyre. I don't know how I'm going to get this back on. And the final part was when I couldn't get it back in, and I ended up waving down a couple of people who were riding past. I'm like, I need help. "50 minutes waiting there. By that time I was cold, I was hungry, I was just over it, and I got home and I'm like, I'm not running. Actually, I knew before I got home, I'm not running today. So I have not done my first run off the bike for this build. That will now happen next week. Not all training sessions go as planned. I will practice again to change my tyre. I'm not sure if I've said this, I'm getting a new bike. So once that new bike comes, I will practice. Thanks for training with me, and we'll see you on next week's video.